Hello, students. Hope you are very good and taking a very good care of yourself. So, now today we are going to start with your literature portion. Today, the chapter that we are going to start is chapter number 12, The Fountain, and it is a poem. Okay, and the writer, or sorry, the poet you can say of this poem is James Russell Lowell. Okay, so it's a very famous poem and a very good one. Obvious, it is about fountain, so it is much related to the nature also. So let us learn something about the poet first. Okay, so this person in the picture that you can see is Mr. James Russell Lowell. Okay, so he was born on February 22nd, 1819, and he died on August 12th, 1891. He was an American romantic poet. Okay, he was a critic also, editor also, and also a diplomat. You know who is a diplomat? Which a diplomat is a person who is officially representing a particular country in abroad. Okay, so he was a diplomat also. He is associated with the Fireside Poets, a group of New England writers. Okay, so in New England, there were a group of writers who were among the first American poets that rivaled the popularity of British poets. Okay, so they were the American poets and they were they were fighting against the popularity of the British poets because they were very popular at that time and they also want to create their name in the society. So that is why they were fighting for this particular reason. These writers usually used conventional forms and meters in their poetry. So, what is conventional, Vacha? Conventional is anything which is generally believed at that particular time. Okay, so believed or which the people are generally following or liking about. So, he was using the conventional forms of writing and meters. So, what is a meter, Vachi? Meter is the basic rhythmic structure of a particular line, okay, within any work of poetry, and it consists of two components. Okay, the number of syllables as I taught you, so syllables and a pattern of emphasis on those syllables. Okay, so how much we are putting emphasis on a particular syllable, that is called meter in the poetry. Okay, making them suitable for families entertaining at their fireside. Fireside, you all know, which are in those areas where the weather is very cold, very cool. So they use the fireplaces, right? So means they are used, the poetry that he writes was generally about the common people who can enjoy them in common places, okay, while relaxing. Let us start with the poem. As you can see, this picture, it is from your book and chapter number 12, The Fountain. Let me read the poem for you first. Just look at it and just observe the rhythm, how you can recite a poem. So, into the sunshine, full of the light, leaping and flashing from morn till night. Here you can see a rhyming scheme is there. Into the moonlight, whiter than snow, waving so flower-like when the winds blow. Into the starlight, rushing in spray, happy at midnight, happy by day. Ever in motion, blithesome and cheery, still climbing heavenward, never a weary. Glad of all weathers, still seeming best, upward and downward motion thy rest. Full of a nature nothing can tame, changed every moment, ever the same. Ceaseless aspiring, ceaseless content, darkness or sunshine thy element. Glorious fountain, let my heart be, fresh, changeful, constant, upward like thee. Okay, so this is your poem. Let us start with the so let us learn something about that first. So through this poem, which the poet brings forth the dual nature of the fountain. The fountain is always moving, but at the same time constant also, right? So just read this poem and just see how it can inspire our lives. So this is your first paragraph. Into the sunshine full of the light, leaping and flashing from morn till night. So into the sunshine, the poet is saying, into the sunshine, bacha, when the sun is shining on the sky, full of the light, when light is full, leaping and flashing. What is leaping? Leaping is jumping high or long. You can see a fountain jumps very high and the water goes upwards and then come back downwards, right? So it is leaping, it is jumping very high and flashing from morn till night. So what is flashing, Bache? Flashing is shining in a bright but brief or sudden way. Okay, so a flash of light, it is said. No? So shining in a very bright but brief or a very sudden way. From morn till night. What is morn? Morn is the morning. Okay, from morn till night it is doing the same work. It is going upward and then coming downwards, but in a very quick manner. Into the moonlight, whiter than snow, waving so flower like when the winds blow. So when the moonlight, into the moonlight, the poet is saying into the moonlight. In the first paragraph, he was talking about the sunshine, and now he is talking about the moonlight. So at the night time, what happens? He is saying that into the moonlight, whiter than snow. It looks like very white, more than snow, as the snow is very white. So it is looking whiter than, comparing with the snow. In comparison, it is more whiter than the snow. Waving so flower like. What is waving? Waving means moving with grace, beauty and elegance in a smooth manner. So it is waving as the flower waves in the wind. Same, it is waving in the with the wind. It is waving like a flower. When the winds blow, okay, when the wind blows, it waves like the flower in a very elegant or graceful manner. Into the starlight rushing in spray, happy at midnight, happy by day. So into the starlight, when the starlight is there, rushing in spray. So what is rushing, bacha? Rushing means moving with urgent haste. When somebody is in a great hurry, so that is called rushing. So it is rushing in spray. So what is spray, bacha? Very small drops of liquid sent through air, right? Sprays are there, no? So happy at midnight. It is very happy at midnight time, the time which is at the mid of the night. Happy by day also. So the poet is saying that the fountain is happy at midnight also, and at the daytime also the fountain is equally happy. Ever in motion, blithesome and cheery. Ever in motion, whenever it is in motion, blithesome. Blithesome means light-hearted. When you are not having any kind of worry in your heart and you are very light-hearted, and cheery. Cheery means when somebody is very happy, right? So cheery means happy and optimistic also when you are thinking about positive things. Still climbing heavenward, never a weary. So heavenward means moving towards the heaven or the sky, you can say. As you all know that the waterfall or the fountain, it goes upward first and then comes down. So same like that, he is saying it is going upward, means like it looks like that it is going towards the heaven. Never a weary. A weary means you never feel, means the fountain never feels tired or fatigued. So it is always with a full of enthusiasm and full of energy all the time, and it is showing the same movement all the time throughout the day, at night as well, right? Glad of all weathers, still seeming best, upward and downward motion thy rest. So the poet is saying that glad of all weathers means the fountain is happy with all the weathers, still seeming best. In all the weathers, it is giving its best, upward and downward. Means either it is going upward or downward. The motion is same all the time. Motion thy rest. Thy means your, right? So your motion is same as as you are continuously doing the same work, the motion is always same. Okay, it is at the same mode. Full of a nature, Full of a nature, nothing can tame, changed every moment, ever the same. So the poet is saying that full of a nature means you are having such kind of a nature, nothing can tame. Tame means nobody can control you. You are not having a nature that can be controlled by someone, right? Changed every moment, ever the same. Okay, it changes every moment means though it is going upward, you can see the picture of the fountain, it is going upward then coming downward, so changed every moment. Obvious, the water is changing continuously, it is going upward then coming downward, but still the motion is at the same place, it is same as throughout the day or throughout the night. Ceaseless aspiring. Ceaseless means seeming to have no end, when there is no end of that. Ceaseless aspiring. So what is aspiring, bache? Aspiring means directing one's hopes or ambitions towards becoming a specified type of a person. Somebody is inspiring you to become like a particular person, right? Ceaseless aspiring means the fountain is aspiring us to become like it. Ceaseless content. Content means in a state of peaceful happiness. Means it always shows a peaceful happiness through its movement. Darkness or sunshine, thy element. Darkness and sunshine. Your elements mean essential characteristics or parts of something. So darkness and sunshine both are your essential parts. Glorious fountain, let my heart be. Glorious means very beautiful or impressive. So the poet is saying that you glorious fountain, let my heart be fresh, changeful, constant, upward like thee. So the poet is saying that you, the glorious fountain, means the beautiful and impressive fountain, please let my heart also be as fresh, changeful, constant, and upward like thee. Thee means you, like you. I want my heart to be like you. Okay, so this is your poem, Bachi. This is the end of your poem. Central idea of the poem, just let us learn about it. So the poet wishes to be happy and cheerful, Bacha, in all the situations of life, just like the fountain. As the fountain, as you have read the poem, you must be aware of now that fountain is happy in all the situations. The poet also wishes like that. So the poet wishes to imbibe means inbuilt the qualities of cheerfulness, freshness, constancy, and tamelessness from the fountain, right? So means the poet also want to imbibe or to obtain the qualities of the fountain, like it is also cheerful, very fresh all the time, constant, okay, it never rests, and tameless. Tameless means whom nobody can control, okay, from the fountain, and use them for the betterment of his work, right? So the poet wishes to be fresh, active, changeful, and constant like the fountain. So here you can see, bacha, how beautifully Mr. Lowell has described the fountain. As we also all the time we observe or we see the fountain, this is the beauty of the poem, bacha. You can see that to a normal thing, to a particular thing which is found at many places, but still the poet is finding out the beauty inside that, right? This is the beauty of the poem. So this all was about your particular poem. So thank you so much, children. Just look at the video very carefully. If you will be having any kind of doubt, we will sort it out in our session. So take a very good care of yourself, and thank you so much. Goodbye.